Welcome back to Stooge Stream. This is Making an Impact, your GFW Impact Wrestling weekly recap / review show. You've got a fidget spinner, seriously?
Well, it's mad.
Okay. I am your host, The Stooge, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, the first male of professional wrestling podcasting. He is the one and only G-Banks.
How's it going, everybody? Just enjoying my new fidget spinner.
Please, stop. We're doing a show.
What?
Concentrate on this. Play with that later.
Okay, fine.
Some people, seriously. So this is the episode of Impact that aired on the 13th of the 7th, 2017. If you're in the States, that's the 7th of the 13th, 2017.
Yeah, we're in the future.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind
Are
of.
we?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It is now officially Global Force Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And
Still not going to call it that.
yeah, it's Impact Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Firstly, before we start off on the show, let me say thank you to all our new subscribers. Each and every week we seem to pick up a couple of new subs, so thank you so much. All the listeners, we really appreciate it. We'll be doing shout-outs for the commenters at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that.
Yep. Always love the shout-outs.
Have to do a shout-out.
Mm-hmm.
First up, we had Joseph Park and Grado rocking up to the back of the Impact lot in a complete shitbox Beetle.
I was going to mention something about the shitbox. So
It was a shitbox, dude.
Yeah.
But it's cute. Grado and Joseph Park actually make a really cute little coupling team thing.
Yeah, no, because it couldn't be JB the whole time, so they had to use someone else.
Someone else, yeah. So the whole premise is that Grado needs a green card. So he's going to start hitting on the knockouts to see what happens.
Good luck with that.
We will follow up with that later on in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we had a Lashley Patron L.A.X. promo package. Woo! It was pretty cool, actually. Yeah. Wrapping up everything that happened up till date, showing Patron apparently joining L.A.X. last week.
Yeah, no, I was pretty happy about that.
You were? He's your favourite now, I believe?
Yeah, fucking oath.
He's your full-on Patron?
Yeah, I love Patron. I've been there since day one.
He is number one.
Yeah, he's number one. Since day one, man.
Okay, cool. So L.A.X. comes to the ring.
Mm-hmm. L.A. I don't know how to speak Spanish.
I don't know
I know the rest of it.
No idea. They start cutting a promo about how Patron's their new member. Patron comes to the ring and... he's not too happy with L.A.X. He's not too happy with L.A.X.
Why?
Because they never asked him if he wanted to join, apparently.
Well, he should accept. It's L.A.X.
Yeah, well, apparently he doesn't want in.
What the hell?
He's his own man. He's been his own man the whole time. He's going to continue to be his own
man.
Who
does he think he is? I've had enough of Patron.
Well, that's what Conan thinks, and so L.A.X. jump Patron.
Good.
And to everyone's surprise, including our own, Lashley comes for the save.
I don't know why Lashley did that. Why would he come save Patron?
Lashley saves him. Clears house. Clears out L.A.X. And that sets up the main event now of Lashley and Alberto El Patron versus L.A.X., which we'll talk about later on in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Patron, there's an elephant in the room. We need to address it. Now, we're not journalists, and I haven't researched it, so I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but apparently there was an incident in Miami Airport featuring Alberto El Patron and his girlfriend Paige.
Mm-hmm.
This has led to Alberto El Patron being suspended from Global Force Wrestling. This was taped earlier, clearly, so that will catch up eventually. We have to talk about it. It is news. It's out there.
It's real news.
It's real news. So that we can't just do the episode and pretend it didn't happen. It did happen. Something's going on there. I don't know. I haven't researched it, and it's not my place to say. All I did hear is, though, and this is complete conjecture, is a part of what was captured was a conversation between Patron and Paige where she was yelling that he'd been on a coke binge for 2 days. It may have started here.
Let's just say, look at El Patron's facial expressions the whole time.
He's a little bit excited this evening.
Yeah.
Just a little bit hyped.
And let's just say it's not...
Woo! Woo!
Let's just say it's not Impact.
Yeah,
he's not hyped about Impact.
No, he's on a
Nose
trainer's... Yeah. Something.
Nose beers.
Yeah.
Let's call him that.
Let's call him that. Yeah, he's very hyper this evening, which makes for a great promo with L.A.X.
Mm-hmm.
It was fantastic. But he was a bit like, woo!
I've had enough of him, to be honest.
Wait. Hang on. 10 seconds ago, he was your favorite.
Nah, I've hated him since day one. You know that. I can't stand him. He's supposed to be a champion and set an example, and look what he's doing.
Wait, the end of last episode, you completely flip-flopped from hating Patron to loving him because you joined L.A.X. Now you're flip-flopping back, saying that you've always hated Patron.
I've always hated Patron.
I'm not. If you'd like to comment about this, you can comment on YouTube and Reddit, then we can discuss the flip-floppiness of G-Banks.
What flip-flopping are you talking about?
Dude, it's like a fish out of water on the ground. Are you fucking kidding?
What are you on about? I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm not having this conversation with you. Okay, up next we had another round 1 match in the Super X Cup tournament. This has been really cool to see a whole bunch of people. We haven't actually seen a whole bunch of matches, but seeing these people from different promotions, knowing that we're going to get a whole lot of new matchups. And that's what we had tonight with A.C.H. versus Andrew Everett.
A.C.H. What's that stand for?
No idea.
God, now I really want to know what it stands for.
That's going to drive you insane, isn't it?
Throughout the whole show.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed this match. This was a highlight of the X Division.
I didn't. It was an X Division match.
Oh, would you just stop with that, please?
What? It's an X Division match.
It was a great match.
It's your own.
All right, so there was some...
There was other stuff I enjoyed on the show. It just wasn't this.
Okay. I thought there was some really, really great highlighting of the competitors within the X Division and what they can do. Some fantastic, flipping stuff, but on top of that, some really layered wrestling with some great submissions, some actual, hard hits, some roll-ups, everything. There was a bit of everything in this match, which is what the X Division is, plus some high-flying spectacle.
There was some high-flying spectacle, actually, from, what was it, A.C.H.?
A.C.H.!
Yeah, still want to know what that is.
Yeah, same. If you know what it is, comment, because, told you, we're not journalists. We don't look shit up. So, this match went back and forth. And if the Pope didn't give it away halfway through commentary, we wouldn't have known who was going to win.
Thanks, Pope.
Jesus Christ, man. Don't show Pope the run sheet. We love Pope. We love Pope. We put Pope over constantly.
All the time.
Please don't show Pope the run sheet. Or show him a fake run sheet of who you want him to put over. Just don't give Pope the run sheet. So A.C.H. actually gets the win, surprisingly, with a massive brain buster. He looked fantastic in the match. I'm really looking forward to seeing more from this young man. I thought you would have enjoyed his arrogant moment where he goes to...
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I was just
wipes his face.
I do that in the daily, so I was like, to see that, I was like, oh, so I'm not the only one that does that.
Yeah, in that big cup thing.
It was beautiful.
That looked very cool.
It did win me over on that bit.
I think he's going to be either an arrogant face or like a arrogant heel. He'll be like the Bobby Roode type heel. Like he knows he's good.
I'm still thinking what A.C.H. stands for.
You're going to be stuck on that forever. It's awesome. Maybe I'll get away with actually getting a good show.
Arrogant, C-word. I'm just trying to think what the H stands for.
So just leave it there.
Okay.
So we had the announcement for the announcement last week, and now we get the actual announcement.
Finally, yeah.
Gail Kim's announcement.
Woo! Hey.
She comes to the
biggest
ring.
hype for announcement in wrestling history, yeah.
Pre-announcement for an announcement. It was great. So Gail comes out and tells us that, unfortunately, this is going to be her last year. She'll be retiring at the end of 2017 officially. What are you talking about time? The greatest female wrestler of all times. Hands down. No one can argue that. Just go watch her matches with Awesome Kong.
Yeah, no, I'm not arguing that, but I'm just saying it's about time.
Anyway.
Move along.
Stop. So Gail's going to have one last run.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
It's going to be great. I'd love to see her with the United Knockouts champion one more time. And it'd be awesome, actually, if they build up a story arc where it's her last match where she wins the title.
But then, what? So she just takes the titles with her?
No, she wins them and has to give them back straight away. So it's like this really heartfelt moment of she finally did it one more time.
But then she has to give it back again.
And she has to give them back straight away. And she gives them back and maybe takes her boots off and leaves them in the ring with the titles. Sets up her boots and then sets the titles up on them.
Maybe.
That'd be a great visual.
No, there'd be too much tears. I wouldn't enjoy it.
You might actually have to feel something.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that.
Cold-hearted bastard. So Chris Adonis comes out as Gail's leaving.
Now that's interesting.
Really?
Yeah, I want to see what Chris has to say.
Well, he's got a problem with the swole mates.
Don't we all?
I don't even know who they goddamn are, dude, honestly.
Don't we all? I have a problem with those two douchebags. You know
Well-
what? I'm offering him out.
You going for
I'm
it?
live. I'm offering him out.
Well, they decided to get in the ring with Chris Adonis for a pose-off.
How dare them? Disrespecting wrestlers like that, especially good ones too.
Yeah, well, Adonis is actually a good wrestler. And before things get out of hand, though, his tag team partner, Eli Drake, comes out to settle things down. The refs do a pull apart before anything starts.
Lucky for the Swole mates.
So where's this going?
Hopefully nowhere.
Don't know. We'll find out.
Hopefully they can just fuck off.
I have no idea. Mm-hmm. Next up, we had mini wrestlers from AAA. Now, let's be clear.
Mini wrestler, I like how you say that.
They are. They're minis.
Yeah,
So
I know, but it's funny still.
they're not midgets.
No,
They're not
but
dwarves.
mini.
This isn't Swoggle. Like, these are just very short human
Imagine
beings.
you were told you were mini.
Yeah. These guys are like 5'2", 5'3". Like, they're very, very small.
Hey, wait a minute, I'm 5'7" or something. Does that mean I'm mini?
No.
Okay.
No, they may be even shorter than that. But they're short. They're just short guys. And you can tell by their bodies. They're not, like, dwarves and midgets and stuff. And there's nothing wrong with being a dwarf and midget. Swoggle's awesome. We love him. But...
You love him.
Oh, shut up. But this is, like, real competitive. Like, they compete as X Division athletes. They're just small.
Yeah.
So
They're mini.
Yeah.
Say mini.
Minis. They're minis. So, and it's two famous minis as well. Well-traveled, actually really, really famous luchadors of Demas and Octocido.
Octocido.
Octagoncido, sorry.
Octagoncido.
This was a really interesting match. Like, because I'd really never experienced all that much. I've heard about the minis. They're a big thing in Mexico. They do, like, showcase them sometimes in Japan and other places. But I've never actually seen a match with them.
I feel like it was a very unfair matchup between Demas and Mini Octagonus or whatever his name is.
Octagoncido.
Octagoncido. Because Octagoncido's name's literally Octagoncido. Like, he's been wrestling in octagons his whole life. That's
No,
not fair.
that's not what it means. It means he's the mini octagon. There's another wrestler named Octagon. He's the mini octagon.
Oh. So it's not because he wrestles in octagon rings?
No.
Oh. Okay. Well, then, okay, that's fair enough then. That makes the match fairer a little bit, I guess.
So there was 3 moves I want to highlight from this.
What?
First, Octagon spinning around into a spinning head scissors into the flip out. That was nice.
That was crazy.
It looked really good. Octagon's corkscrew off the top rope, 450 corkscrew. That looked really good.
I'm going to be honest, I couldn't keep up with this match because it was too quick for me.
It was goddamn fast, wasn't it? These guys
And that one
are
of them was
so
a big
fast.
dude.
Yeah, one of them was a jacked...
Demas.
He was a jacked little big guy.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only way you can describe it. He was... yeah, little Papa Pump. Like... Yeah, and the last move that I really want to highlight, because I thought this was really interesting. I don't think I've ever seen it before. So it's a spinning around into the spinning head scissors that usually leads to them flipping them out.
Yeah, into a hurricane.
But he pulled it into a roll-up for the pin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was too quick for me. I
was
couldn't keep up. It was stuff I haven't seen.
This was
was
awesome.
interesting.
Yeah, Octagon
It
Cedo.
caught my interest. Let's put it that way.
I'm really like, they want to show more of this, I've got no problems. Octagon Cedo was really interested in like a real high flying luchador. Demas played the more powerhouse, throw him off, tough guy type role. It was really good, really good. So I was very impressed with that.
Too,
Yeah,
which
they're
is
minis.
funny.
It's awesome. Next up, we have the second of the parking. 2 out of 3 of the Park and Grado segments. So this is Grado going around asking the knockouts to marry him.
This was the funniest bit.
Yeah, nope. That's not happening. Not happening. Sienna's bit was incredible.
Sienna and
Rosemary.
Rosemary, they were the two funniest.
So good.
That was
good.
pretty funny.
I'm running away from Braxton.
Yeah.
Like, that was
Wait,
great.
what are you talking about Gil for?
Yeah, that was great. The fat guy was doing squats in the background again.
That
What
great
is this?
That Grado's double.
What is
Pretty
this?
sure it's Grado's double.
I just want to know what it is. You can't just show a fat man in a leotard doing squats in the background of segments and not tell me what it is.
I'm really frustrated about this, are you?
I want to know what it is.
Okay. Well, if anyone knows what it is, let Stooge know in the comments, please, because he's getting real angry and
It's a fat man in a leotard
Dude,
doing
just-
squats.
Calm down, you're sweating.
The fuck?
Calm down, man. Jesus. Do you want me to go get your medication?
No, come on. All right. So anyway, Park offers Greta a plan. He goes, here's some chocolates and some champagne. I know someone you should ask.
I wonder who that's going
I
to be.
think we know where this is leading.
No, I just saw the champagne. I know where that's
Yeah,
going.
straight off the bat.
Mhm.
Next up, we had tonight's Grand Championship match. But before that, EC3 came down to sit on commentary.
That was the most important part of that whole match. Let's put it that way.
He walked past Bruce first, though, and let him know that he's not a fan.
Because we're all not. Let's put it that way.
So tonight's Grand Championship
Bruce.
match was Moose versus Marufuji. Marufuji representing Pro Wrestling Noah. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Very cool. It is starting to feel like a global force.
Don't do it.
Dude, we've had AAA. We've had Marufuji now from Noah. Can't remember where A.C.H is from, but he's representing another company.
Crash.
Is it Crash?
No,
yeah,
I'm saying Crash.
Yeah, like we've had people from everywhere all over this show. L.A.X. like actually represents Crash, if you didn't know. Like that's where Conan's from. It's starting to feel like Jeff Jarrett's plan of having a company where competitors from other organizations can come to showcase themselves is coming together.
And aren't some of these companies, they've never, like, there's companies like, for example, Crash and
AAA that don't work together. Yeah, they don't work together in Mexico. But they've both got competitors in the Super X Cup. It's pretty cool. So round one went to Moose in the usual 10-9 bullshit scoring.
Don't even mention scoring.
Yeah, the match of the round itself was actually quite good, though.
All right.
I liked it. Moose did dominate throughout the course of the first round, showcasing his power.
It was this is actually a Impact Grand Championship match was actually the most believable.
Out of all of them, yeah.
Yeah.
I have to give you that. Round two went to Marufuji, of course, because then we wouldn't have a round three. But Marufuji in round two really showcased his striking abilities and his quickness, though Moose did use some intelligence to start the round with a huge big boot. Marufuji came back with some excellent foot strikes, a hook kick, some just amazing hits.
It was nice.
He's a brutal kicker.
Very brutal. Well, most Japanese wrestlers are.
Yeah, but he's like, dude, that hook kick that he did, like literally hooked his leg around Moose and tapped him in the back of the head. It was nuts. Dude. He's a big guy, man. Round three started off quite interestingly with both of them countering each other. Some big hits from both guys. Kind of looked like this could have gone anywhere. Now, the whole time that EC3 has been out there on commentary, he hasn't said a word. He's remained silent the entire
He's just picking
time.
the right words to say. That's all.
Well, what he picked to do instead is pick up the ring bell, run into the ring, take out Marufuji, try to take out Moose. Unfortunately, Moose catches him with a huge big boot before he has the opportunity to strike him with a ring bell as well. Rolls out of the ring and runs like a cowboy.
Can I say that's some of the best usage of tactical waiting I've seen in a while?
It's not a thing. Please don't. It's not a thing, dude.
What? It was. We saw it happen.
It's not a thing.
Dude, we saw it happen.
It's not a thing.
Well, I don't know what you're saying because
It's just called strategy. That's all it is. It's just strategy. There's no such thing as the other thing. I'm not saying it.
Tactical waiting.
I'm not saying
TW.
It's not a thing.
It is a thing because a lot of people have obviously agreed with me.
It's not a thing.
Well, he did it and we saw it, so
It's not a thing.
yeah.
Anyway,
Awesome.
the end, Moose is standing tall and Marufuji is still incapacitated by the ring bell.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see an end to this match, but at the same time, I'm intrigued to see this go forward with Moose and EC3. So I'm kind of split as to clean finish would have been nice, but kind of works.
You know me, I always love the non-clean finish.
I know you do because you just...
Well, it makes it interesting.
You're a Vince Russo fan. Anyway, L.A.X. has a Clubhouse promo next. They're not happy about what Patron had to say. They're going to try and convince him by force that he should be a member of L.A.X.
So they should.
They want to take Lashley and Patron out and send them to the hospital tonight to send a message.
I'd love if they do that.
See what happens. It's
I
the
hope
main
so.
event.
I hope so.
Next up, we had Trevor Lee hit the ring with his stolen X Division title.
Well, I wouldn't say it's stolen.
He wasn't in a match to win the title. Somebody else was, Sanjay Dutt. After the match, he jumped Sanjay Dutt, took the title, there was never a match, and ran away with it.
Okay, let me
That's
stop.
the definition of stealing.
Let me stop you there. He jumped Sanjay Dutt. Sanjay Dutt left his title on the floor, and then he picked it up and took it because he was like, I'm not going to leave this gold right here and some
Yeah.
fan take it. I'm not stupid.
Again, not his title, but he wants to defend his not title against
each
some
their
random job. The new job.
What? You don't know William Wheat?
Job.
No, William Wheat. This guy is, a, known around the world for his great wrestling.
Job.
Dude, I saw him like 2 weeks ago, not long ago, in an Indies wrestling match. It was awesome.
Job.
His name was Jojo. It's William Wheat. Give him
Job.
some recognition, man.
Okay.
Give him some respect. This guy's won titles around the whole world.
Interestingly enough, though, Trevor Lee doesn't want to take the title off, even to start the match.
Yeah, because obviously he doesn't want anyone taking it off him. Duh. Because, they are in Orlando. So untrustworthy.
Well, while he starts beating the shit out of Job.
William Wheat, get it right, dude. Come on, show some respect, please.
Okay. We cut backstage to Sanjay Dutt being pulled away by security. He's losing his mind.
So he's in the
crazy.
wrong. Why would the security guard be there to stop him if he wasn't in the wrong?
Okay.
To steal someone else's title.
So Trevor Lee destroys Job with his double foot stomp finish. As soon as he hits it, within moments.
It was a good match. I was honestly, I was going to put this my match of the night, unless
This was a jobby match.
No, this was a great match.
Anyway.
Dude, we saw two legends.
Sanjay hit the ring. Lee runs like the coward he is with his stolen title, screaming he'll never give it back.
He ran off because Sanjay Dutt tried to attack him from behind with the title that he has. Let's get it right, dude. Stop giving people fake news.
Again, not his title. He has no right to defend it in a match.
I don't know.
There are rules to this shit.
I don't know.
The rules.
What rules?
Anyway, next up we had Laurel Van Ness versus Ava Story in tonight's knockout match. Ava Story, who you've seen many times now. You know who she is.
Never seen her in my whole life. Who is she?
Many appearances on Impact Wrestling.
She looks like a new face to me.
Okay.
Continue on.
Anyway, before you start,
What?
just let me say something.
Okay.
Don't start.
What?
Okay. So, Laurel Van Ness does a fantastic job with her body language, charisma, the way she moves. She even alters her whole moveset to fit in with the character. It's just a superb acting job that you don't really see that much in wrestling these days. Like, people have very either bland or flat characters that are two-dimensional. Laurel Van Ness has just done this fantastic job of crafting this character from the ground up. Like, everything from the way she stumbles around the ring to the Ric Flair sell that she did, to the facial expressions that she does, like she is just perfect. Like, don't start. She's just doing a perfect job, and I really enjoy seeing her character. I think also sitting in that same spot before you get too excited, Rosemary's another person who's doing the same thing. Also, Sienna is another person who's doing that. So there are a few of them now in the Knockouts division with these just really fleshed out, fantastic characters, and Laurel clearly is one of them.
Look, I was going to say well said, but then you mentioned Rosemary.
I had to throw one in there just to get the fucking cork back on the bottle that was about to explode.
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah,
explode.
I saw it.
Yeah.
So Ava Story is a newcomer to Impact. She's had a number of matches so far. She has been around for nearly a year now, I think, or close to.
This is all news to me, so...
Of course it is. Her development has been amazing, and this match really showcased the skill level she's at now compared to when she started. She really had a great match with Laurel. I thought this was really competitive from both of them. They both showed some great athleticism, some great wrestling, some great characterization. In the end, though, Laurel was too much with her, with the curb stomp to pin finish. She gets her 1, 2, 3. It really was a good match.
It was a good first match for Ava Story, yeah.
Not her first match. It's not even her first match in Impact.
Dude, it was a good first match.
Okay.
I'm giving her that. Come on.
Anyway, once the match was over, Laurel's celebrating. Grado comes out. He has a proposition for Laurel. He wants to take her out on a date. This is a great promo by Grado. Laurel sold it perfectly, like reaching for the champagne bottle, like that. Gimme. She was doing some great work.
Yeah, there's not much to, take Laurel out on a date.
Yeah.
All you got to do is just show her the
Chocolate
champagne.
and champagne.
Not even the chocolate. Dude.
Yeah. She just wants champagne.
She just wants the
champagne.
champagne. Trust me, I'm 100% guaranteed she just wants the champagne.
And it looked like she may have been going for it
Nah,
until Congo Kong's music hit.
she wasn't going for it.
Well, she completely forgot about Grado once she saw Congo.
Mm-hmm.
He comes out, Grado and Park. He get the fuck out of Dodge as quickly as possible because nobody wants a piece of Congo Kong.
Yeah, no one wants to be the Congo, nor his mates.
Yeah, no. Even I will give you, combined, the family is a terrifying proposition to be against.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about family. I was just talking about Congo and his mates.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, lefty and righty.
Righty, yeah.
Yeah, if you get my drift now.
Yeah, because they can hurt.
No, the family are dangerous as it is. No, I'm just talking about Congo as a whole and his two friends.
Yeah. Which I still don't understand how he doesn't have to wear a shirt or a bra.
Tell that man to wear a shirt or a bra to cover his...
Yeah, true. He'd eat me.
Yeah.
For real.
No, I know.
Just ate me.
I saw someone do that and he got ate. It was awesome.
Yeah, full.
It was the dude
Done.
was like, "Can you maybe put it just a maybe a big shirt? Here you go, dude. I'll even buy it for you." And by 2 seconds, Congo already, literally, how you grab someone by the feet, literally,
And then just spat
ankles,
off the bones.
yeah, ankles already gone. I was like, wait, what? How? The guy had a family.
Polished skull comes
Yeah,
out.
yeah, coughs out some bit of ribs. It was awesome.
All right, and in our main event, the one we've all been waiting for.
I've been waiting for this for a long time.
It's very, very, very hyper, happy, exuberant Alberto El Patron
Let's put it that way, yeah.
with his tag team partner Bobby Lashley versus, in a non-title match, the combined GFW and Impact Wrestling tag team champions of Ortiz and Santana representing L.A.X. And you know where they are. Diamante, Homicide, and Conan aren't too far behind.
Oh, they're always trailing behind.
Right on their heels.
Mm-hmm.
So this again was another really, really good match. Patron was, man, he was all over he was on
On
He
fire.
was a wrestling machine.
Let's just say his nose was very itchy tonight.
Yeah, he wrestled everyone. He wrestled everything. I honestly thought he was about to start wrestling himself at one point because there was no one left to wrestle.
I was trying to see if it's confirmed that he was on coke around that time.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Always allegedly.
Yeah,
we're not journalists. We don't know. This is allegedly.
Yeah, I fucking hate journos.
Yeah. What? Who's journalist? There's no journalist.
No,
allegedly.
I hate... Yeah, no, but I'm saying I hate journos in general.
So this is all allegedly. We have no idea. We're joking. This is a parody.
Apparently.
I'm saying that just so for their legal is this we're clear.
Yeah, so I don't have money for a lawsuit.
You're not going to get shit out of me. Yeah. Still. This was actually a good match though. Everyone was on fire tonight. I thought L.A.X. particularly looked really good because they were just outsized and outweighed by the combination of Patron and Lashley. But they held their own. There was no point at this match other than the first sort of 10 seconds that they looked outpowered or outclassed. And then from that point on, they used strategy. They used all sorts of tactics, tag team maneuvering. They were just a fluid machine.
The commentators actually picked that up. They were saying that these L.A.X. have got some of the best tag team chemistry ever.
Yeah.
Since
Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah.
Motor City!
Well, I don't know the rest.
Yeah, neither do I.
Oh, okay.
I just remember that bit. It's been years, dude.
Yeah,
It's
well,
been years.
I wanted that bit.
Can we get Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin back, please?
I'd love to see them back. Well, your boys there.
Double J's there. It's a possibility now.
Mm-hmm.
So Lashley, the story of this match was Lashley and Patron using their power against the smaller L.A.X. who were using their speeds and strategy and tag team fluidity against them. I don't even know if fluidity is a word, but it sounds good.
I'll let it slide.
Thank you.
No worries.
There was, again, some really good wrestling in this and some really well thought out spots. Now, I'm not going to tell you, go watch this because I really enjoyed this match.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too.
Yeah,
It was nice.
It was really nice. This is just a really good example of a really world-class tag team that have that team chemistry and dynamic versus two people that are just thrown together, but yet somehow on the night just found it.
Found it, yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Now, unfortunately for LAX, Patron does get the win with his patents and double foot stomp, but this time the difference is Lashley was holding them in place on the ground, so it didn't look dumb, them in the tree of woe hanging off it and having to hold themselves up for it.
Yeah, no, it made it look believable.
This looked really good. I was really impressed with that. I thought that looked
That was actually
awesome.
the first time I was impressed with El Patron's
John's finish. Yeah, it looked really, really good. So they win. Patron and Lashley shake hands. Patron's celebrating hard, man. Like he's gonna party.
He's already in party mode.
As Patron's partying, he gets jumped from behind by L.A.X. We see Lashley on the ramp watching, decides not to intervene and
So he shouldn't.
just walks away.
So he shouldn't.
So we still don't know if Lashley has now turned face, or is he somewhere in between, or is he just going his own
Oh,
path?
he's just doing the right thing.
How's that doing the right thing would have been to go help him after like having a successful tag team match.
No,
with
you don't
someone
get
to help.
involved in that, domestics.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Lashley walked away and LAX destroyed Patron. Not too badly, but destroyed him nonetheless.
So they should for betraying him, for him betraying them.
Yeah, and draped a flag over him, and that was a very cool shot of Santana Ortiz holding Patron with Homicide draping the flag over his head. That looked really cool.
Looked like they bodied him.
Yeah, it really was cool. Now, before we get to our match of the night, what we've decided that we enjoyed the most out of tonight's show, we're going to do our shout-outs.
Ooh, shout outs. Shouting out.
Shouting it out. So before we talk about the latest episode, we actually got a couple of comments from our previous episode,
Ooh.
the Slammiversary special.
Okay.
So a new commenter, Katsuru Shazin. I've probably gotten that, butchered the shit out of that.
Yeah, you butchered the fuck out. I'm not even going to try just because how much you butchered already.
Shazin?
I'm just going to call him KS.
KS.
Yeah.
KS, welcome to the Stooge Revolution.
And it's Shashin.
You just want to make me look bad, don't you?
No worries.
You just want to do it.
Yeah, but of course I do.
Yeah. So his comment was it was better than last year's Slammiversary for sure. I agreed. We had a bit of a conversation about it, and he replied saying, sad to see how it went down because I was a real supporter of Billy from the first day he arrived. Wishful thinking on my part, but it would be good to see GFW working relationship with Billy now that he's supposed to be heading the NWA. That would really be interesting. Due to the fact,
Is he talking about Corgan?
yeah, Billy
Oh,
Corgan.
okay,
did.
yeah.
So I think that'd be interesting due to the fact that the NWA and Impact Wrestling have a history going back to the beginning. Like the Impact title was initially the NWA World title and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's where the first TNA Impact episode started from. It was an NWA show. And
Yeah, it was
went on-
NWA TNA Wrestling.
yeah.
Yeah. So that would be really interesting to see that sort of come full circle and maybe
When
have
did they part? TNA and NWA.
when Christian Cage came in.
So it would have been like 2005, 6.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Okay.
So, but it'd be interesting to do it like an NWA invasion.
Like like the old dudes or the guys
Something,
that
yeah.
started it come back and take over the
Like,
company.
yeah.
I can see that happening.
Or no, just like they're doing a show and NWA guys come in and hit the ring, and then that leads to the NWA like guys appearing every other show and interfering. Jeff Jarrett has enough, calls out Billy Corgan, he appears.
Yeah, and he's a dick and
Yeah, so it's basically the GWF invasion angle, but with
reverse,
the NWA.
yeah.
Yeah. And GWF's now the established brand.
we'll see where it goes.
Be interesting. We have another new commenter, new subscriber, new listener. Welcome to the Stooge Revolution. Cap, space com.
Capcom.
No, Cap, space com.
Capcom games are shit anyway.
Cap, space com.
Cap Space Com games are shit anyway.
No, they're not. Capcom games are amazing. Street Fighter.
Hey, Cap Space Com.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
So he said he ordered the replay for Slammiversary and was not disappointed. Now, this is what the company should have been for these past couple of years. Unfortunately, Dixie fucked that. Trailing their own blaze instead of going after WWE and being a pale imitation of them in the process. Completely agree, they should be their own thing. More and more, my opinion of how they never should have hired Hogan and Bischoff is being proven right. We agree with that. I've said that for years.
Yeah.
But it's such a relief that they finally got things right with their current direction. This year's Slammiversary will be one for the history books indeed. And we go back and forth a little bit and had a chat about it. But you got to keep in mind that this is all the fact that Jeff Jarrett's back and in control without Dixie Carter's interference and bullshit. He gets to book the show that he wanted all along. This is the Impact. There was a red hot minute where Impact was almost a competitor. Between 2005 and like 2009 when Dixie finally got full control. And before then, like then you got Bischoff and Hogan and Flair and all the bullshit, and it just fell apart and it was fucked and aces and eights and it was shit. But before then, you had like some of the greatest X Division matches of all times. You had an integration of some legends, like RVD did a little run, and Dudley's Raven was there for a little while. So there was integration of former legends, but in a really good way. The show was just fantastic. Kurt Angle coming in and so forth. But then Dixie fucked all that, and that was that. It kind of feels like we're moving back towards that era, and I love it.
Yeah, no, I'm enjoying it too.
So we also got another comment from Caps Space. I was surprised to see the amount of positive feedback on Twitter and Facebook that this year's pay-per-view was getting. Of course, there will be still some snidey trash talk from the New Japan elitists and also the WWE zombies. I can totally agree.
I like those names.
That's so good. Dude, we're stealing that. That's stolen.
I've already stolen.
That's ours now.
Yeah, it's mine.
I'll give you credit, though.
I'm not.
Of course you wouldn't. Who can't stop complaining about their own brand, but are still dumb enough to waste time and their time and money on that crappy booking. But hey, they can all get bent since I know that Impact shows have kept my appetite for wrestling going strong for a time when the industry was struggling to get viewers. I totally agree. The one thing that you can always point at with Impact, and you've been able to for a long time, is regardless of what you think of the booking, the wrestling was always fantastic.
No, it was. That's what got me hooked.
Yeah, The wrestling was always good. All right, now on to last week's show. Hopefully that's it for Slammiversary. We can move on. We appreciate the comments. So thank you so much. Do. It's awesome. Vincent is Valentine is back.
Did you send me a card yet?
Just get off the card.
No, I want a card.
You're not getting a card.
I want a card.
You're not getting a card. Well, no one's sending you a card.
Well, his name is Vincent Valentine, so he's got
a card.
Well, if my name was George's Christmas, I'd be sending you cards every day. So it's just doesn't make sense to me.
Okay. Have we off this now?
No.
All right. Well, his comment was, it really feels like we're going back to the classic old school vibe from when the NWA TNA era. We were just talking about that. Mm-hmm. Where besides the established roster, we also get outside talents from around the world mixing up with them. We were just talking about that too. Mm-hmm. I'll be lying if I didn't say this brought a tear to my eye to experience the nostalgia feeling all over again. I completely agreed. Like, for me, who's been watching Impact since 2005, it really feels like we've gone back to the glory days of what Impact Wrestling was and the showcase that it was for wrestling in general. Mm-hmm. So we had a bit of a conversation about that. He also said in another comment, detractors from all over can say what they want in regards to their disdain for the company, but they cannot deny the progress that's happening by presenting a wrestling program that incorporates working relationships with various promotions in the local indies as well from the international scene. Completely agree. This makes it interesting. We get to see matchups you never thought you'd see, like the minis and stuff.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah,
that was so cool. Mm-hmm. Major props to Jeff Jarrett, Dutch Mantell, and Scott D'Amore for being the master behind such a coup.
I like how he didn't mention Bruce Settle.
Yeah, he didn't, did he? That's fucking great. Mm-hmm. But no, it is Jeff Jarrett, Dutch Mantell, and Scott D'Amore who's organising all this international stuff. So kudos to them and completely agreed. Katsudo gave us a message on our last episode.
And now he's back.
The Slammiversary, and now the last actual Impact episode. Good to see we're getting a mix of both the current style final deletion segments and the old school wrestling throwbacks, the World Super X Cup with participants who are actually from around the world. Makes sense, right? You call it a World Cup, Super X Cup, you should have people from around the world.
Well, yeah, no, it is a World Cup.
Yeah, love it, love it, love it. Yeah, definitely, and we completely agree. Cap, space.
I'm not even going to finish his last
Calm. Also commented, Sienna's going to get a comeuppance sooner or later.
Excuse me?
Our Hive, Queen Rosemary, will be reigning at the top once more. Hashtag Demon Assassin. Hashtag Join the Hive. Hashtag Pinkies Down.
Excuse me. First I didn't like him because of his stupid taste in games, but now I definitely don't like this guy. Who does he think he is? He's Pinkies Down.
Cap,
how dare you?
Space. Calm.
You were tell Sienna about this.
Average boy.
Yeah, see, that's someone I like now.
Average Boy's back. He said the logo looks really good in blue.
See, I like it in blue too.
And
My favorite
Alessio,
color.
let's give Alessio another shout out.
Oh yeah, for this. Yeah.
Logos are amazing. You're going to see another variation.
I've
on it
jacked
this
off to him
week.
5 times already.
I didn't need to know that.
But maybe Alessio wanted to know that.
Okay. So Alessio, again, great work. So
Well
we
done,
really
Alessio. Thank
appreciate the
you.
logos. The DVDs are on their way. Sorry I haven't replied to your latest email. I will get to it. I've just been ridiculously busy. I've had to get my knee checked and a whole lot of stuff and bullshit life stuff. But I will get to it soon. Thank you so much as always. Average Boy again.
Ugh, 2 comments in one.
2 comments.
What's going on?
Alberto is winning me over more and more with his social media tirades than his actual work on TV. I read somewhere that it was a norm for him to cut a promo on Triple H and WWE after every taping, which is fine by me. Fuck Triple H. He does, and he does a lot of once the taping stops, he goes out there and does a bit of work and shit. And, his line, which he cuts on the Indies, which he apparently cuts every episode of Impact that they tape, is I'm not a sports entertainer. I'm a motherfucking wrestler! Which is a direct jab at WWE. He also cut apparently a scathing promo on Triple H, Big E, and a couple of other people, inviting them down to his restaurant because WWE will apparently be in the area soon. They're more than welcome to join him, and he said after he's done with them and kick their asses, he'll even give them a free beer.
Oh,
what a nice guy!
That's kind of nice.
What a nice guy. Shout him a drink.
Yeah, after he beat our asses.
Danny!
Who?
Danny!
Danny with a Y.
He's back.
Hey.
Drago got a big pop from the audience. I hope he sticks around because he's always stuck in bad storylines in Lucha Underground. I don't watch Lucha Underground, but I have to say that I was impressed with him.
Yeah, me too.
And I'd like to see more from him. And Impact, apparently, with their working relationship with AAA, we will see people from Lucha Underground from time to time, being the fact that it owns Lucha Underground. And finally, another new commenter.
Oh, who is this guy?
The hell? Edward Bland.
Is he bland?
He's Edward.
But is he bland?
I don't know.
Okay.
We'll have to ask him. FYI, the final flash is a reference to Dragon Ball Z.
Oh,
and is the name of one of the main characters'
I should have known this.
How did you not know that?
Yeah, no, that's my mistake. I'm sorry.
Yeah, how did you not know that? Seriously.
No.
You are the anime guy.
Yeah, no, unfortunately I am. No, I didn't. Well, I'm not really a Dragon Ball Z fan. Like, I didn't watch it here and there. It's just I was more of a Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh kid instead of Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
I was more of an adult at the time.
Yeah, it's fair enough, yeah.
So I kind of missed that whole thing.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much for letting us know, though. That's cool. I like knowing where she comes from and the references.
Same.
So,
I think we asked last week, too.
Yeah. So, if we ever don't know anything, leave us a comment. Let us know. We're always happy to learn.
Yeah,
That's
you're not
the point.
correcting us. You're just
no, this is awesome. Like, he was just letting us know. That's what it's called. That's why.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Like, I appreciate that. And also, Edward Bland, welcome to the Stooge Revolution.
Yeah, howdy. I'll come up with a nickname for you, too. I'll do it with all the fans.
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually. I'll always come up with a nickname for them.
And the one that we have to save for last.
I know who you're talking about.
Long comment guy.
What's he saying this week?
So smart guy, 297 from Reddit, left us another really long comment. And we were only joking last week. We always appreciate the long comments. They're awesome.
Love them.
It shows the fact that you love the product as much as we do.
Yeah,
so
we can't.
Yeah, please keep it up. It's awesome. Unfortunately, we're running long this episode, so we can't go through it all. I will pick out just a couple of little bits very, very quickly. EC3 is a magician on the microphone. Perfectly said. It's because he is.
Yeah.
You can't. Of course.
He is a magician.
Right.
Not even on the mic, just a magician in general.
The Super X Cup was by far the best part of the show for me. I'm excited to see each of these matches. They seem like really good matchups. Can't wait. Desmond Xavier is a superstar in the making. I completely agree. That dude is amazing.
He is.
Extremely talented.
I like Desmond Xavier.
Yeah, I really like that dude. Extremely talented. And oh my God, that finisher of his literally got me out of my seat. That's awesome. And finally, this is the one that
What? What did you? What?
Dude, don't. How many times have I said, please don't feed the troll?
Did he agree with me again?
Please.
What did he say this week?
I agree with G-Banks. Bruce absolutely has a power trip.
This is why I like smart guy. This is why I think he's smart.
Yes. Why would he throw the Pope under the bus when he's been in the middle throughout all of this? And doesn't G-Banks have some pull with the family? Have Biff, Congo take Bruce out Rikishi style. I did it for The Rock. That was great. I did it for The Rock promo, the Rikishi cut. That was brilliant.
Yeah, no,
Everyone's like, what? What do you have to do with The Rock?
No, I'll have a chat with them. We'll see what's going on. No, they don't want to lose their jobs too, if you know what I mean, because apparently Bruce pulls all the strings.
Yes.
But we'll see what happens.
All right, so this show has actually run long. We're up to 45 minutes, so let's quickly pick our match of the night and say goodbye. So what was your match of the night?
You know what? Fuck it, I'll give it to them. Trevor Lee versus William Wheat.
Oh, God damn it. Seriously?
It was a great match.
You can't
And we
let drop
saw
a match.
Dude, there was a legend. We saw a legend today. And you're just disapproving of it, like you think it's nothing.
All right. So I'm going to give it to Laurel Van Ness versus Ava Story because I think Ava Story has had some fantastic development in their time and impact. And Laurel Van Ness is one of my favorite characters. She's just a great worker.
She's won you over, hasn't she?
Stop, please.
She has, hasn't she?
Don't.
It's alright, you can love the family.
You're not getting anything.
What?
You're not getting a win out of this. This isn't a win for you.
But it is. Because you love a family now.
As always, thank you everyone who listens to the show. Thank you for sticking with us for this long episode. If you have anything to say, please leave a comment on YouTube and Reddit. We reply to everybody and you'll get a shout out in next week's episode. Thank you for the new subscribers and everyone that watches as always. This is it for us. I've been your host, The Stooge.
I'm G-Banks.
Until next time, don't forget, adventure, excitement, Stooge craves not these things.
Welcome to the Stooge Revolution.
You seriously couldn't even wait until the show finished. You had to start playing with that
But I
thing.
want to balance it.
What the fuck?